Here we go. This is a twin day, which means let's go. So we're off. Well, my name's John, and I'll be your driver today. If you look above you, you'll see a spotting guide. It'll help you identify some of the animals we're going to see today. We probably won't see all of them, but we usually have pretty good luck.
Which is great for us.
Now, this is an 800 square mile reserve controlled by air.
Very easy target against
We're required to check in with air control. We're going to be doing that in a minute.
But before we enter, I'm going to have to contact our Airborne 1 and Symbol 1. Airborne Patrol, come in. This is Symbol 1.
Again, please remember that every safari is different. The animals are free to roam wherever they want, and at times they roam to the point where you just can't see them, so hopefully that won't be the point on this safari. Yeah, you've had some beautiful days down here, I'll tell you. All right, here we go. This is Symbol 1 to Air Patrol, over. Jumbo Wilson, Symbol 1 is ready to enter the Little Tory Forest, over.
I'm Jumbo, Symbol 1. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
All right, on the left here, you're going to see an antelope laying down. There's some back in the background too. Those are bongos. Bongos, the ghost of the forest. Right there on the right, look at that animal against the wall. On the right wall, has stripes on his hind legs. That is an okapi. Okapi. Okapis are very, very reclusive. That's why he likes to hang around by that fence. He stays in the background a lot. So reclusive, it wasn't up until 1901 that they were actually discovered. Okapi is part of the giraffe family. And if you take a walk down the Pingani Trail, you can actually see the similarities between the okapi and the giraffe. Now, watering holes like this one on the left are popular gathering spots in the forest, and here is the home of the very rare black rhino. Only 3,600 black rhinos left in existence due to poaching and illegal hunting. I don't see them here, but we should see them on the top of the hill here. If they're not here, they're either roaming around, or they might be on the top of the hill here. I hope they are. Black rhinos weigh about 3,000 pounds, have a 1-inch thick hide, and can run about 35 miles an hour. Let's see if we see one up here. Yeah, he's laying down back there. It's hard to see. It looks like a rock almost.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Right
Now, white and black stork back there on the left, way in the back. There's one walking down the hill too. Those are saddle-billed storks. Saddle-billed storks. The tallest stork in Africa, reaching 5 feet tall. Now we're coming into the area that's called the Safi River region. And at the Safi River, we're going to see some hippos. Now, baby hippos, when they're born, weigh about 85 pounds. But a full-grown male can actually weigh up to 5,000 pounds. There's a couple over there on the right. But we'll see some more up on the left up here. They eat 150 pounds of food a day. An interesting fact about hippos, hippos do not swim. Hippos actually walk on the river bottom. Here they are on the left here. They walk on the river bottom to get where they want to go. They have a lot of buoyancy and kind of push themselves off. They can stay underwater for about 2 to 8 minutes before they have to come up for air. And these are pink-backed pelicans on the island. There's another hippo. He's right under that waterfall. We're coming up on. Oh, there's a few of them over there. Right in the corner back there. Now on the left you're going to see some Nile crocodile. Now Nile crocodile are much more aggressive than the American alligator. They reach about 20 feet in length, have about a 1,200 pound per square inch pressure on their bite, actually crushing the bones of their prey. When you see them laying down like that one over there with his mouth open, that's how they cool themselves off. They expel heat that way. They open their mouth. This is Simba 1, over.
Just wanted to let you know that my ground control can see a lot of elephant activity in the red lightning. You definitely want to check out that area.
We're heading that way, Wilson. We'll check it out. Now we're coming into the savannah, which is a completely different ecosystem. And speaking of different, this odd-looking tree you're going to see on the right here is called the baobab tree. The baobab trees can hold water in their trunk and remain leafless in the drought seasons for up to 9 months. They have a nickname for that tree. They call it the upside-down tree. And if you look to the right, you can see that it looks like the roots are on the top. Now the savannah is known as the superhighway of the Serengeti. Millions of animals cross the Serengeti every year, searching for food and migrating, searching for a home. Some of them actually making it their home, like the elephants, giraffes, and zebras. They actually create the landscape. Elephants knock down the trees and eat them, which makes more room for grass to grow. And then the giraffes are the pruning shears of the forest. They keep the trees trimmed up underneath to let more sunlight in. And then the gazelles and warthogs and antelope eat the grasses, trim up the edges. Really a perfect system, and there's plenty of food for everybody. Every so often you're going to see these cones sticking up out of the ground like those back there. Those are actually termite cones. Termite cones are made from saliva and dirt, and they get hard as concrete. And they get real tall like this one that we're approaching here on the left. The elephants come down. They use them as scratching posts. Look at this giraffe here, straddling this tree. Well, that's actually a termite there. These are called reticulated giraffes. Reticulated comes from the Latin word reticulata, which means net. And since the pattern on them resembles a net, they call them reticulated giraffes. Now on the right here, the silver-looking animals here on the right are called white-bearded wildebeest. The largest migration of animals in the world is the wildebeest. About 1.5 million cross the Serengeti every year. The little gazelles you see with the black stripe on their side, those are Thompson gazelles, or little Tommies. And here on the left, these are Ankoli cattle. Ankoli cattle, or Watusi cattle, named after the famed Watusi tribe. Those horns can reach 6 feet in length and about 20 inches around at the base. We're heading into Monkey Point, over.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on the road. We can't find the father. I'm afraid
We'll keep our eyes open, Wilson. I see this big elephant here on the right. He's about 14,000 pounds. And the mandrill monkeys hang around on the left here. But you have to look really, really good, because they're really hard to see. You look in this bush, usually where they are. There's one right in the center. They're really, really hard to see. They like to hide. It's the largest monkey in Africa, reaching over 100 pounds. Now we're heading into the red clay pits. Now the elephants gather at the red clay pits, and what they do there is they eat the red clay. They get sufficient minerals that they need from red clay. They'll walk across the road in front of us and go to the wall and scoop it out of the wall. You can actually see their tusk marks in the wall. There's a little one here on the left. You know, you'll always notice elephants always throwing something on their back. Dirt, water, mud. They'll roll in the mud a lot. The reason they do that is because their skin is very sensitive and they get sunburned very easily. And that acts as a sunscreen for them. The little one there. Baby elephants will stay with the mother for about 15 years before they go off on their own. Now these flamingos here on the left, these are called greater flamingos. And greater flamingos are the lightest pink of all the flamingos, and they get that color from their diet. They eat a lot of shellfish, which is high in carotene, and that's what gives them that light pink color. On the right there, the ones that look like deer, those are impalas. So you can see some antelope on the left. Top of the hill here on the left. They're dark colored. Get a good look at them. Those are called bontabunks. You'll only see bontabunks in reserves like these because they're practically extinct in the wild. Back under the tree back here is a white rhino. We should get a little closer here. A great success story in Africa, the white rhino, was practically hunted into extinction, but with the anti-poaching laws and illegal hunting laws, they're back onto the endangered species. That's really a mispronunciation. The right pronunciation is Vite, V-I-T-E, meaning wide for wide mouth, but it was always picked up as white rhino and it just
I
stuck that way.
suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Okay. We'll go west. Now you're going to see some cheetahs getting down. If you look, this sort of palm-looking tree, right behind it, you see him laying down in the light grass there. Cheetahs can run about 70 miles an hour. In short bursts, though, because they get overheated very easily. Now, rock formations like this one in the front of us are called Kopi rocks. The Kopi rocks are very cool. And since they're nice and cool, the lions like to hang around the Kopi rocks. Before I go on with the lions, right here on the right, we're going to pass a scimitar horned oryx. A scimitar horned oryx, named after the famed Egyptian scimitar sword. A long curved sword, and since their horns are long and curved, they call it scimitar horned oryx. Anyway, the lions like to hang around the Kopi rocks. And hopefully we can see. Yeah, I think I see them, but they're laying down. That's what they do 20 hours out of the day is they lay down, lay around. 4 hours out of the day is when they do their hunting. But it's actually the female that goes out and does the hunting. The male stays back home and protects what they call the pride. Right behind that, when we go around the curve here, you can see it a little better probably. There's the male. The female's right behind him there. Okay, we're coming up to the warthogs. Right here on the left, the warthogs. Prettiest animal in Africa right there, the warthog. They'll dig these burrows that you see, and when they feel threatened, they back into those burrows and their tusks sticking out for protection. Their tusks are very sharp. There's some more here on the side of the hill. Some more scimitar horned oryx here on the right. Yes, we can. We're going to cut off some poachers here. Anytime Wilson needs our help with poachers, we're glad to help. But I'm going to need everybody to hold on. This is very dangerous. These poachers are mean people. They shoot real bullets. But we need to help Wilson. No, Wilson, we need to know which way they're going.
The forces are heading east. Keep going, and you'll drive them to my control. Hold up.
All right. Everybody hold on tight. Do our job right, we'll be able to save the people over, and I hope we do. Careful, careful. I see him running. I see him running. Wilson, an abandoned camp. Did we get them all?
Oh, not to worry. You drove them right into my patrol.
All right, they pulled them over. Look at this. They pulled them over. We saved the baby elephant. Look at that. That's a big deal. Give yourself a hand for that. Saving the baby elephant. Yeah. All right, Wilson's going to get that baby elephant back to its mother. I'm going to drop you off at the ranger station where we picked you up at. And from there, you know, when you leave that... when you go down the ramp there, if you go left at the bottom of the ramp, that takes you down the Pingoni Trail. A lot of interesting things to see in the Pingoni Trail. My favorite is the gorillas. They're really fun to watch. You see the hippos. Actually, you can see the hippos, how they actually walk on the river bottom. Let's see, don't forget about the parade today. The parade starts at 4 o'clock, right by the entrance of the safari. Yeah, that parade's a lot of fun. Mickey's Jam and Jungle Parade. Anybody back there who has not seen It's Tough to Be a Bug Show? If you have not seen that show, you want to make sure you see that show. It's a lot of fun. It's in the Tree of Life. It's for children as well as adults. Every time I come to the park with my grandchildren, I always go see It's Tough to Be a Bug. They are to the point where they say, "No, Grandpa, not again." But it's not much fun. You'll enjoy it. It's a 3D show. Finding Nemo's a good show. And the Lion King show is equivalent to a Broadway production. It's really a good show. Has anybody seen Divine? You haven't seen Divine? You want to get a... You know what?
Oh, yeah.
It's remarkable, that Divine. She is appearing 10, 11, 12, and 1. And where you could see her, 10, 11, 12, and 1. So we missed the 10, we missed the 11, we missed the 12. But you have a half hour for the 1. When you go from the safari, when you go down the main road, just before you get to the bridge, don't go over the bridge, make a left. And she's back in that area there. It's fantastic, you won't believe it. When she walks into the brush, you just lose sight of her, and you're watching her go in. It's unbelievable. Her name's called Divine. Catch that. That's really a lot of fun. And you can take pictures with her too. It's a vine walking around, is what it is. Look at these lucky people. They're going to go on safari. Look at that. Are you guys ready to go on safari? Yeah. All right. Just you guys here, not them? Just you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we don't say goodbye here. What we say is Kawaharini, which means go well. So I will bid you Kawaharini and enjoy the rest of your day here at Animal Kingdom. And don't forget those shows. Shows are a lot of fun.
Fast mode,
Oh, to the one?
so.
Careful.